What's going on, y'all? This is Rob with CinemaBullyZ. Today I'm gonna go over something that is said way too freely in this community when it referring to dogs in a program that are considered tools. Okay. Yes, some dogs can be considered tools. Now, what defines a tool compared to a absolute train wreck or a dog that has multiple, characteristics that would make the dog not a tool is where I'm getting at when it comes to make sure you know what you're talking about when you were describing your dog as a tool. I can understand a dog having a flaw. For example, a dog that might have a slightly high rear, a dog that has slight easty-westy, a dog that has a kinked tail. Those three flaws, even underbite, straight stifles, maybe a short tail, like a 3/4 tail. All those flaws, I would say, if your dog has one of those flaws, then yes, it could be a breeding tool. Now, if the dog has multiple flaws, like 2, 3, that dog should not be bred. I'm sorry, you wasted your time, you wasted your money, if that's what you're in this for, and you need to pet home that dog or move forward with your program and just fix that dog and love it as a pet. And that's, my opinion and outlook on that. There's tons of people that just use that word tool way too freely, and it's starting to strike a nerve with people like me and other people in the community that I know. And because everyone thinks that all their dogs are just tools. No, your dog's a train wreck. It's not a tool. Your dog has a back that's 6 inches higher than its front. It has terrible angulation. Its feet are kicked out in the back and easty-westy in the front. And has a messed up head shape. And, you just keep going. And then they're going to have the nerve to say, oh, well, this dog's, bully and it's a tool. No, it should be fixed or spayed, and you should move forward with your program elsewhere and do something else. Because all you're doing is flooding the industry with flawed dogs and flooding people's heads with false information that they're going to buy a dog and it's not going to be a show quality dog or close to one, and they're going to say, oh, well, it's a tool. It's a tool. No, it's not a tool. That dog is garbage. That dog should not be bred. It should be a pet. It should be loved, and that's it. Now, some people might be thinking I'm a little harsh about what I'm saying and I'm going to strike some people's nerves. I don't care. I mean, if his shoe fits, man, wear it. If you got a problem, you come talk to me at a show. We can talk about it. But a lot of people got to stop using that word. Like, for example, I'm going to use my own yard for an example. CinemaBullyZ Obsidian has a short kinked tail. Besides that, that dog is flawless. That dog, beautiful gait, beautiful angulation, straightest fronts that you can possibly get with correct feet. Bone, muscle, head shape, clean bite, everything. So to him, for him, that dog is a tool. He might not be a show dog. There's dogs that have champed out with kink tails and short tails and everything else. Would I try to show them and try to champ him? Maybe in the future, you know, when he gets bigger, when he's, you know, pushing 90 to 100 pounds in a pocket class at 16.5 inches, I might bring him out. Because for all the judges that like these bully dogs, you ain't gonna get much more bullier than that. 16.5 inch dog, 90 to 100 pounds. That's a very big dog. So, especially with his movement. So, like I said, people just don't want to take a loss because they spend this money on these dogs, which I understand. I mean, it sucks taking a loss. I've took a couple. But if you care about the breed and not just your pocket, then you will breed true and try not to breed dogs that have multiple flaws. And then when you do breed them, make an excuse that your dog is a tool and that's why you don't show him and that's why he's not correct and, you know, whatever you want to say. Unless you're in the show ring showing your dogs, you're not doing this breed any good when it comes to the preservation of the breed. You guys are just flooding it with bad genetics, and that's how this breed's never going to push forward into something better. I mean, yes, it's changed over the years. You know, you got these extreme dogs that are in the standard and pocket class, and they're considered pockets to standards when they used to have a separate class for them called the extremes. Like I said on a previous video, know the difference. And that's where you get these pockets that are, you know, 15 inches, 14 inches at the withers, but they weigh 80, 90 pounds. That's unhealthy for the dog that would be that big on that small of a frame, which is why these dogs die before they're 5 years old. If anybody got a dog that's 80, 90 pounds, that's over 5 years old, and they're 14, 15 inches at the withers, comment below. I would like to see it. I'm a realist. I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. And, you know, some of these people, you know, you go live on your Facebooks and your Instagrams and, you know, some people on YouTube, and half your yard looks like it should be put down. I mean, or, you know, at least fixed and pet homed. And I mean, I'm not going to even get started with the exotic community. I mean, that community is just a whole nother level of just disaster. But, and yes, there's some clean exotics that look great. They're pretty cool looking dogs. They're small, compact. They can actually run and play and stuff. And there's other ones that can't even take a shit without holding them up. So I mean, that's a whole other topic I'm not going to get into because I don't do exotics. I never will. That's never going to be my thing. I mean, to all the people that are trying to better the exotics, awesome. Keep it up. All the people that are breeding garbage, I got nothing to say to you. So, back to my main discussion in this video. Just because you bought a dog, it's not considered a tool. So, keep that in mind. Know the difference. You know, from this video, you'll start seeing people's, you know, posts and lives and stuff like that, and you'll be realizing what I'm saying about these people saying that their dogs are tools. But then you'll see exactly what I mean when they're not tools and that they are just not meant to be bred. They have multiple flaws. They're not correct. They're not close to show worthy or to carry the gene forward in the actual, you know, breed itself. And yes, the blood could be fire behind it. You know, it could be, you know, inbred, you know, whatever, 3-4 times and be, you know, all that Gotti line, all that good razor's edge and all that, and still be a train wreck. It all depends on what the lineage is and where it got to get to where it is. So that's what people got to really look and dissect these pedigrees and go back 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, 9, 10 generations if there's that many, and really look at all the dogs that made up their dog that they're buying or that they produced or whatever the case is. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to breed and get what you want from the breedings that you guys are doing. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope you guys can pick out, the people that are flooding this community with nonsense and realize who is doing the right thing and doing right by the breed as a whole. And like I said, there's certain camps that are doing this. I mean, I can name a few. You got Santos Bullies. He got some nice stuff. You got my buddy Carlos from Strike Hard Bullies. You got my boy Randy from 401 Bullies. You got the guys from Duval Bullies. They do a great thing. You got the guys from Western Mass. Great dogs. You can't, those certain, like that real circle of guys right there, those, groups, they are, for the most part, sticking true to the breed and trying to better the breed to whatever image they have and whatever they want to do, moving forward with their programs or what they're striving for. And that's what it's about. I mean, you guys know what I'm doing. I'm doing as best I can by the breed, and I'm doing what I think is going to give me the look that I desire and what I think is going to be, the next thing for the American Bullies, or for at least my program itself. And you'll see what I'm developing over the next, say, 3 to 5 years. You're really going to know who I am, because I'm going to have some stuff that's built from the ground up, from blood that's old, from back in the early 2000s, which I already have, but I'm going to be purifying that even more, and then I'm going to be bringing it to this newer blood, and you're going to see the results. And people are going to copy, people are going to try to imitate, but I'm going to do it. And I'm, you could say I'm imitating people and stuff too, but I'm not, because the dog that I'm using only had about 4 or 5 litters ever, and not many people can say they have the blood that I'm getting and what I'm going to be doing with it. So, like I said, I hope this helps you guys out. Stay woke, stay, attentive, pay attention, know who's blowing smoke up your ass, and know who's being real. And, this will help you move along with your program and help you better yourself and make you a better dog man or dog woman. So I hope it helps you guys out. All right, take care, guys. Later.